never I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
I have about 12 minutes. Today I wanted to talk about this. Very lengthy one, but maybe short. Our caption is Ghana Media, the Jesus and the Satan. And this caption with Anas Arimya Anas picture. Today in Ghana, the man who said Anas Arimya Anas principle is what he was going to use. Today, the same man is looking for Anas Arimya Anas to kill. The political party that was hailing Anas in opposition, the political party that was hailing Anas because Anas was going after their opponents. Today, if they get Anas, they will murder him. They have gone far to murder the right-hand man of Anas. But let's take our minds back. It's not about Anas. How has the media helped us as a nation in our development? Has the media derailed our development? Has the media helped us as a people? What has the media done to us? What I can tell you is the media, they have destroyed us. Majority of the media, they have destroyed us. And we the people, at the end of the day, allowed the media to destroy us as a people. The media failed to ask questions. There are so many policies that both MPP and NDC have thrown at us that our people, we the media, we have failed to scrutinize those people who are throwing the policies at us. The NDC and MPP throws policy at us, whether good or bad. The job of the media, the middleman, is to scrutinize that policy before it hits the local man. Our some media no so policy now we scrutinize it and send our twamaye. But for some reason, consistently, the media in Ghana, they have deliberately decided to help politicians to derail our development. We are all in this country, or we were all in this country. A government came and said they want to introduce what we call SADA. JIDA. And SADA, Intinka SADA was still in existence for the past 7 years. Anka SADA edu. What was the motive behind SADA? Edientina John Mahama Baika said it was a SADA Kurabaso, Savannah Accelerated Development Authority. Edientina SADA Baso. The reason was that there were too many people coming from the north to the south to become slaves. The reason was simple, trying to revegetate the northern sector of the country. And most importantly, to create jobs for people in the northern region. That's all. That was SADA. Now the media, what did we do? What was our job? What were we supposed to do to make sure that policy, whether it was going to help us or not? Our job was to scrutinize the policy. Our job was supposed to be sure what SADA wanted to do, it had done it. So as a media person, we scrutinize the thing. We don't rubbish it. We try our best to ask more questions and ask ourselves, in the next 2, 3, 4 years, what was going to be the result of SADA? Because as we know, SADA employed over 5,000 people in the northern region. SADA had its own problems, but let's sit and look back from 2016 to 2023. If SADA was still around, it would have helped a lot of people. And the nation, we could have benefited a lot from it. Kibenya, at least the northern sector, majority of the places would have been what? It would have been green. We would have gotten thick, to harvest as a nation. Our northern brothers and sisters would have gotten a job. The work of the media was to scrutinize it positively. But what did the media do? The media came together to run the policy down. There are two things the media in Ghana omoye. One, they deliberately, what they do is a policy that cannot yield any long-term benefit. They hail it. There's a group of media, we the Akan media, no. Your policy be any future, but because of a deliberate decision to hail things that we know will at the end of the day not benefit all of us, we hail it. So if we go back, Sada, its originality, its end game, the result we're going to get in 7 years, do you know the number of things we have gotten out of Sada? We can talk about NAPCO. What did we get from NAPCO? What did the media do? What were the media supposed to do? The media was supposed to scrutinize NAPCO and look at it and say, in the next 5-10 years or the next 8 years, this NAPCO, what is it going to bring? What are we going to get out of it? Is it going to help us? Majority of the media knew NAPCO was a 9-day wonder. 99% of the media. They refused to educate us to understand that this policy looks it looks like a shiny diamond, but the policy wasn't the best. 99% of the media in Ghana knew that NAPCO will not exist. It will not be sustained. NAPCO, its framework, did not have an end game. Because we all know Ghana's public sector can only absorb a little over 700,000 people. So if a government comes also or the 100,000 people, NAPCO, or we are Odomuniko government sector, if you are a journalist, the first thing you ask, how can you sustain it economically? But the media, knowing that NAPCO was never going to be sustainable, they still hailed NAPCO. And that is why we are here today. We have blown millions on NAPCO and has got into people's accounts, but NAPCO yielded nothing. The media that was supposed to be the stopgap, the media that was supposed to ask the questions and let the people know that this one is not good, the media rather always policies that cannot help us, the media rather do what? They project that policy. So the media basically, they have derailed our development. Some of the media. Free SHS. When Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo spoke on free SHS, from 2012 to 2016, did any media house sit with the Akufo-Addo and scrutinize the Akufo-Addo on how free SHS was going to be implemented? He never granted interviews in Ghana on free SHS. Its implementation and its sophisticated part. Nana Dankwa, the media shouldered the Akufo-Addo. They never wanted people to know free SHS. Akufo-Addo cannot defend it. From 2012, Akufo-Addo started speaking about free SHS. The media shouldered the Akufo-Addo. The media protected the Akufo-Addo. We knew there was free SHS. John Dramani Mahama was telling Ghanaians free SHS 2015. He launched it. He even told Ghanaians that free SHS is being implemented progressively and that what Akufo-Addo was even implementing in 2017 is a progressive free SHS. But the one funny thing, from 2012 to 2016, no journalist sat with Akufo-Addo in any studio to say, Mr. President to be, let us speak for 1 hour. I want you to sit down, look at me and break down free SHS. From the beginning to the end, its implementation, how we are going to fund it, how it's going to be effective when the kids leave the school, what are the exit routes. Nobody. And it wasn't like they didn't know. It was deliberate. They had to shield Akufo-Addo because the media did not want we, the ordinary ones down there, to know that what the people are selling to us, I'm talking about MPP, was a lie. The only time that Akufo-Addo spoke on free SHS in a little detail was when Akufo-Addo went to the UK in front of a UK journalist. That was when we all noticed that Akufo-Addo did not have a plan.
People, it seems to me, from reading a lot of stuff in the Ghanaian press, want to know is where exactly is the money going to come from next time around if you're in power for some of the very extravagant promises you've made. You, for example, have offered free secondary schooling for all Ghanaians, a promise you say you absolutely will deliver in 4 years in power.
Absolutely.
So have you costed it? How much will it cost?
The costing is being done. I mean, very, very soon we will be in a position.
Costed it. You can't make a promise like that.
No. Very soon we're going to be putting it out.
You don't know how much.
I do know how much, but I prefer to tell the Ghanaian people directly before I tell you.
Many of them can't talk. You can tell me, and
doesn't
they'll
matter.
know.
I would prefer to make that statement to the people of Ghana.
He prefers to tell the Ghanaian people directly. Did he ever tell Ghanaian people how he was going to run free SHS without it hurting us? He didn't have an answer. He didn't know the end game. He was just doing politics, selling a policy, a slogan to the people. And the media that was supposed to sit this guy down and let us know whether what he was saying, he has thought through it, the media shouldered the Kufuor. Before election 2016, the only one of the media houses the Kufuor spent more than an hour was at Peace FM in front of Kwame Sefa-Kain. Sefa-Kain never pushed him on free SHS. He never scrutinized him. Majority of the people in Ghana were listening. He never did. Because they had to protect Ekufuado's agenda, which they knew from the start. Free SHS, NAPCO, they were all not sustainable and that they were going to hurt the country's economy. The media is a Satan. The media has always been a Satan. The media used to be Jesus. The media that used to be Jesus under Anas. The media that used to be Jesus under John Mahama. The media that used to scrutinize under John Mahama and NDC at Tamils. That media today have become the Satan. They see no evil. They hear no evil. That is why we are here today. How can you tell me that you are going to feed school students nationwide, school feeding, without having a state farm? How can you tell me that? And no media person has a problem when a president to be tells you everybody is going to eat for free in Ghana, whilst majority of the food we eat, we import. Whilst we don't have a state farm that can grow for us. Whilst we don't have a strong agricultural base whereby food production is a consistent thing that you can rely on. How can we allow this to slip? We know for a fact we don't grow. How are we going to feed the kids? Then our budget, we have to keep money, pick money from our own money and go out, bring food and serve our children. So if somebody tells you, I want to do free SHS school feeding, you ask them, how are you going to sustain it? How are you going to sustain it? And majority of the media avoided this. They deliberately protected the Kufuor. Today, we are here. The media that was Jesus under John Mahama, the media that was doing everything right under Tamils, that we were hailing, the same media today are the Satans. They see no evil and hear no evil. The media, some of them, the derailment of our development, the country going down the drain, we must blame them. The media deliberately decide not to ask questions as we sit here. So we ask the role of the Ghana media. The role they have played is that consistently they have left the doors open. They have allowed these politicians who do not care about us to use them to lie to us. If the media that was loud under John Mahama had scrutinized the Kufuor free SHS, free feeding, NAPCO, and yet nursing allowance, today we wouldn't have been here. We wouldn't be here whereby nurses are demonstrating every day wanting a place to work because there was a government in power that substituted allowance to what? For people to go take loan. But the media sat on radio and misquoted the government. Nursing training colleges and training colleges had been moved to universities. They have been moved from certificates to degree. The president says, I still think about you, the student. So I am going to take the alawa and build more hospitals for you. That means I'm going to secure your future. But you have another option. Now that you are a degree student, now that you are the same like the Legon people, the UK and UST people, you have access to loan. The media sat on radio and twisted a program that the president and the party was building for these young ones. So the media turned out that the things that was going to help the young Ghanaian, the media took it away from them. Because if the media had scrutinized all these things, Akufo-Addo wouldn't have gotten the nod to waste lives like this. Today, this same media, they are on the fringes. They are saying that NDC, MPP are the same. And that is the reason why people like us, people like good people like me doing the same thing I'm doing are out today. We will not allow some of the media to take us back again and destroy more lives. Today, Anas is the enemy. The Anas that was exposing rot under Atamils, rot under John Mahama, the Anas principle that we MPP can't say, and if we get Anas today, we will murder Anas. Ahmed Swale was shot cold blood in public. Why? Because the Jesus then today has become the Satan today. I keep telling people, I am just a messenger. A messenger without a Bible or a Quran. A messenger who is ready and willing to speak truth, irrespective of who is in front of me. My job is simple: to bring a visionary leader, to bring a party that thinks about the social life of the people, the economic life of the people, a party that will build schools, build hospitals, a party that will think about the plight of the people back to power. My job is simple: to make sure the wisdom that John Mahama and the vision that he's had all these years and added to and contributed to the development of this nation, I'll make sure that wisdom, we still tap into it. My job is simple: to deliver the message and make sure the message takes effect. I'm not going anywhere. So as the people who are doing the same thing I'm doing, we are here to change minds with fact and make sure our country takes back its democracy, its economic freedom, and make sure our forefathers and ancestors are proud of us. I'm just a young Ghanaian. I am not Jesus, but I'm not stupid too. I'm just a young Ghanaian. I am not the biggest, but I'm not the smallest too. I'm just a young Ghanaian speaking and fighting for the right thing to be done. Today is Friday. No phone calls. It's been a wonderful week. I'll show up on Monday to discuss Ghana. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. It's been a pleasure being with me for over 4 hours. We will meet again on Monday. Understand, pray for wisdom and grace. God will be with us. We will see each other again. Be good. God bless you. God bless me. God bless Ghana.
Whenever I say PENDREAM TV, PENDREAM TV, there, I see them, yopo.